This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
This
Just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yes.
Good weekends all around.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Golden Globes, good football on.
It was a great
Your
weekend
Bears?
for football.
How did they do?
Well, I wasn't going to go there. But
Yes.
They're out.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I
But
am so
on a
sorry.
positive note, they're on vacation.
Hello.
So, yeah.
And they got the first round draft pick.
Yes.
We're
Which
back
we will never
in.
cover on the show, but
Yes.
I'm very interested in. You know what else I'm interested in? Entertainment.
Yes.
Huh? It was a
go.
big night in Hollywood, and all the stars turned out for the Golden Globes. And in case you missed it, we got you covered. The big winners in movies, okay, include Oppenheimer, which took home 5 awards, including Best Motion Picture Drama. Christopher Nolan won for Best Director, and Cillian Murphy and Robert Downey Jr. won for their acting. Fantastic movie if you haven't watched it yet. Poor Things won for Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy, and Emma Stone, one of my favorites, won for her acting in the film. Barbie was a winner in the new category for Best Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. Basically, who made the most money? Let's brag about it. Beating out Taylor Swift's concert film. And there were also some great speeches last night. Here's a few of them from the movies. Let's watch.
I took a beta blocker, so this is going to be a breeze.
First question, do I have lipstick all over my nose? No, I'm just going to leave it.
Al just took a sip of Tori's drink. He goes, oh.
I have a lot of
during the
sugar.
break.
Oh,
That was a
God.
lot of
So
sugar.
bad.
Let's talk about the winners and not about Tori's coffee.
I think the right movie won. I thought
Absolutely.
it was Oppenheimer's year. I don't know about you stuff, but I was blown away by that movie. Just the way it looked, the soundtrack, the way they played with your emotions, just with the sound and sometimes the silence, and just realizing the magnitude of what they were dealing with, and realizing it wasn't that long ago. I was all in, so I was happy for Oppenheimer. What'd you think?
Absolutely, Oppenheimer. It was fantastic. Well deserved. I'm yet to see Emma Stone in her movie because I need to watch it. And
Poor
I
Things. Can't wait.
It cleaned up, so I need to see it. And I feel a bit bad for Taylor Swift because I would have liked to have seen her pit Barbie to the post. I'd have liked that, very much so.
Ooh, all right. I like it.
I'm glad Taylor got a little hit. She's had a great year. She's had humbleness and
$1
humility.
billion.
Yeah, she's
I know,
cool.
she's laughing all the way to the bank, as are everyone in the Barbie
That's
movie.
right.
But still, I would have enjoyed that. I feel like Barbie's had a lot of props and Taylor
It just hit me. Should there be a category for concert movies?
I don't think there's enough
I
every
mean,
year.
you don't think they're doing
one? Her and Beyonce would be at it every year.
that would be it.
But maybe that
I'm
will
just-
push entertainers to start making. They film their concerts anyway,
That's
so
true.
maybe start shooting your concerts in a weird way. I think the weekend would make a cool one. But
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm just shocked Barbie didn't win more. But Oppenheimer is
I'm
all over.
thrilled that it didn't.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of was, this is all over. It's television and movies,
Right,
right?
yeah.
So when the Oscars come, it's all movies. It might be more Barbie-driven.
True.
Right, absolutely. So let's talk TV because there was a lot of really great shows last year. Let's talk about last night's big winners. So Succession, one of my favorites, it won for Best Drama Series. And Matthew McFadden, Sarah Snook, and Kieran Culkin all took home acting awards. What if you're on that show and you didn't
Yeah,
win?
dude, that's
little
bad.
jelly.
Cousin Greg.
A little jelly. I saw Greg.
Me
He
too.
jumped up there. And The Bear was named Best TV Series, Musical or Comedy, and stars Jeremy Allen White. And Ayo Adebri also won. And Stephen Yeun and Ali Wong, 2 of the stars of Netflix Beef, won for their acting. Let's take a look.
A nice moment, it, Pedro. Sorry. Mine.
Oh my God, all of my agents and managers' assistants, to the people who answer my emails.
It's so weird, the story.
All right, so cut off a couple of people, just like they do at the regular show.
You gotta get out of here.
10 seconds left. But Ayo, what's her name?
Adebri, yes.
Adebri, one of my favorite speeches of the night. We showed it briefly there.
What resonated with you?
You know what resonated with me, Al? It was the kid in me that had a Hollywood dream. You know what I mean? And when I say kid, I mean early 20s.
20. Yeah, definitely.
But it's just that glamour of Hollywood. She wasn't jaded by anything. You could tell she was kind of stumbling, but not like, you know, how stars now and they're like, I can't believe
It's so
this.
heavy.
Yeah, and they're just like bang in their bag of, you know, awards. She genuinely was excited about it and nervous. She thinks her family third. She's like, oh yeah, and I love my family too. And she's like, and a shout out, which is so real too, to my agent's assistants for
That's
getting back to me.
Because don't you
That
talk
is
to them?
real.
You
That
talk
is
to them
real.
more than you ever talk to your agents. If you have a good agent, you're going to the assistants. I also want to point out.
I wasn't done,
Oh,
but
I'm
go
so
ahead.
Sorry. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Continue.
I guess my time was
no,
done.
I continue.
No,
please.
go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
I was just going to say the hug between she and Jerry Allen White was also really nice. Please continue.
I'm done.
Well, Steph, what about you? Anybody resonate?
No, I thought all of them were absolutely brilliant, and I've got to say, I'm a big fan of Ali Wong. I think she's absolutely incredible, and kudos to her because she deserved it with her performance in Beef. She's exceptional. She really can act. She's extremely funny. She's a brilliant comedian. I love her books. They're fantastic. I love her Netflix specials, and I love her acting. Like, give me more Ali Wong in 2024. More.
You should make a button. All right, we've got to talk, Al, about Joe Coy. He's a friend of the show and host, of course, of the Golden Globes last night. The audience, which that little room didn't seem to be amused by his jokes and even got a little defensive at one point. Let's take a look.
The big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL, on the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift. I swear. There's just more to go to here. Yo, I got the gig 10 days ago. You want a perfect monologue? Yo, shut up. You're kidding me, right? Slow down. I wrote some of these, and they're the ones you're laughing at.
All right, tough room, Al. Tough room. Come on, man. You got to explain this out for us. Joe's a friend of the show. What happened?
He is, and Joe's a real comic. I've seen Joe come up from, you know, when he was just doing comedy clubs to here he is. So shout out to him and Ali Wong. I've worked with them forever. I think Joe has been doing shows in front of people that should and do love him. And that's a different environment. When you do a show in front of people that like you and they paid money to come see you, Steph, it's going to be like stepping into a warm bath. They're ready for you to laugh. Anything you say, "What's up, Sacramento?" and they're, "We love you." That's not going to happen in this room. And when I think if Joe was 10, 15 years before in his career, he would have remembered when you walk into a hosting gig where everybody kind of knows each other and doesn't know you, it's going to be very difficult for you to get jokes off, because it'd be like if somebody came in this room and started making fun of Ira. We would all tighten up like, "Hey, that's Ira. Don't do that." Ira's our cameraman. Now, look, we make jokes with Ira, but nobody can come into our house. And I think Joe was feeling that not in our house, and you felt him kind of panic. He did the little Taylor Swift joke, but he kind of laughed and he didn't sell it. He was like, more cutaways than Taylor. And you felt him kind of lose his confidence. And then you saw the switch. You saw the anger when he goes, you know, these are jokes, yo, calm down. Right there, which is when his show was over at that point in his mind, where he was just like, this is a check. I have been there. When you make a little snide comment to the audience, like, yeah, you finally laughed at that one. Anyway, 20 more minutes. And like I've said that before on stage, because you know that they don't like you, and you want to make it clear that you don't like them.
But have you ever thrown your writers under the bus?
No, and
I think
that's...
Al writes everything by himself. That's on his stand-up show.
Yes.
Someone's not a fan of Al out there. No, our camera guys are running around. They're making fun of each other out there.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, when you do shows like this, you do have writers and you have lines you need to deliver, and those people are working their rear ends off. I know those people personally, and it was very hurtful, I'm sure, and he said it a couple times, which I hope he apologizes for.
Yeah. All right.
But Joe, it's just a bad gig. You still the man. We love you.
You are the man, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Bad gig, baby.
I'm proud of you. Listen. Let's go. Coming up on DBL,
Well said,
E.T.'s
Jeff.
Kevin Frazier and Michelle Turner give us a behind-the-scenes look at the Golden Globes. What went down during this sweet moment between Brie Larson and J-Lo? Plus, Stephanie Jones is going to recap the best and worst looks of the night because the script's too long for me. That's next. Loser Ira holding the camera again, right behind us. Oh yeah, Al taking punch shots at Ira.
No, but it's very true when you go into a room where everybody kind of knows each other. When you start, if you're the outsider and you start trying to make jokes without putting yourself down first, or at least kind of like humbling yourself a little bit, like, hey, I was late getting here, but I can't. You kind of take shots at yourself to kind of show that I'm not coming from a place on high.
Like that, because I think that you're right on. I think you're right on.
Can I also say something I was taught that I always stuck with me, that if the audience feels that you're nervous or awkward, they can't laugh because they're nervous for you. When you're awkward or nervous, there's no humor. There's not a lot of room for funny. When you're comfortable, a little drunk, a little sitting back, got your nachos, you feel like they're in charge, things become they're running the show. It felt like the audience was running the show.
Tell me why, because I thought that Taylor Swift joke was prudent. I thought it was pretty good just to warm up the crowd. It wasn't a punch shot. I didn't think at all. Why didn't that joke work?
Because
he didn't deliver it.
Well, he didn't deliver it because what he did was when he was going into the setup, he laughed as he was kind of delivering the punchline. And what it did was it kind of like, almost like you would do something if you didn't want to come through with full strength, you cut it a little bit. So if I was like, Jeff, that shirt is terrible. That's different than like, Jeff, your shirt is terrible. That's a different way to say it, to kind of cut it a little bit, and it took some of the bite away from that joke. If he had said it and stood in it, that's where, you remember one of the most famous, and you're from Chicago, when Bernie Mac came out on Def Comedy Jam and he said, I'm not scared of you, insert here, and how the audience relaxed, because Bernie let the audience know I'm in control, and you guys aren't going to boo me, and the audience is like, yeah, we're not.
Yeah, but I think it's so cool how you break it down like that. Welcome back to DBL. Fashion was front and center, of course, at the Golden Globes last night.
Tori's voguing.
I was wondering what was happening there. But some stars won the red carpet, some missed the mark. Luckily, we have Stephanie Jones to break it all down for us.
Yeah, let's get stuck in, shall we? So, Barbie called Pink. It was a big hit on the red carpet. So here's Margot Robbie looking stunning in a custom Giorgio Armani hot pink sequin gown. But it makes me feel like I need a load of eczema cream because it looks so itchy. Barbie fans spotted that the dress was a replica of the superstar Barbie doll from 1977. I think we're going to see this continuing throughout all of awards season, by the way. So let's see. J-Lo opted for this form-fitting, strapless pale pink gown with a giant rosette.
Stunning.
Jeff seems to hate it.
I can't even look at her.
It's absolutely stunning.
I'm joking, obviously.
Haley also look really pretty in pink. In Prada.
I love that
with sheer black gloves. She's giving Audrey Hepburn vibes from Breakfast at Tiffany's. She's chic, she's classic. I love it. And then another big trend we saw was black lace and sheer see-through gowns. So like this one, Rosamund Pike. She took it one step further. She had a veil over her face. And she said it was because she was involved in a skiing accident over Christmas. So she needed a bit of extra protection. And then we've got Golden Globe winner Sarah Snook making her first red carpet appearance in a black sheer gown since giving birth. So congratulations. Ted Lasso star Hannah Waddingham looked amazing in this sheer corseted gown. Fit her like a glove.
That is amazing.
And then Florence Pugh embraced the red in sheer Valentino, embroidered in roses. We can't show everything because it's a little bit risque, but
that dress is taken away from that hairstyle stuff. I love her hair. That is super dope.
She's rocking it, isn't she? And then, like Florence, some stars really embrace some bold colours. So Taylor Swift wore a metallic green Gucci dress. Swifties said they've got a vibe that it's a snaky colour, hinting that her version of Reputation is coming out soon. And we've got Oprah embracing the colour purple to honour the movie, which she co-produced. Irish actor Barry O'Keegan looked dapper in this red Louis Vuitton suit with a golded belt chain. And then we've got Jennifer Anderson looking gorgeous in Dolce & Gabbana. She sported a shorter hairdo. Is she bringing back Rachel vibes? I don't know, but I'm here for it.
That's great.
Lenny Kravitz wore a black suit with cutouts on the side. He never ages, always gorgeous. And Pedro Pascal wore a black turtleneck with white yarn knots sewn into it. His arm was in a sling. thing, and he told reporters on the red carpet that he'd fallen over. And then we've got Issa Rae looking at Fasion in form-fitted long-sleeve metallic golden gowns. And Julia Garner wore a Gucci silver gown, very plunging neckline, high waist, gorgeous. But not everyone was a hit on the red carpet, like Billie Eilish. She did not win. She looks like she's rummaged around the bins at Goodwill. I don't know what's going on there. It's awful.
Making a statement.
Oh, it's shocking. Give it back to your granddad and put it back in the bin. Natasha Lyonne wore a very sculptured, she said it was futuristic. I call it terrible. But I don't know what's going on there. Poke your eye out. Poke your eye out. And then people are divided over Selena Gomez. So it's got the asymmetrical hemline. There's a lot of volume, but I don't know. There's a lot going on there, isn't there?
Yeah.
She looks like that dancing emoji though, which is
she does.
And then some people compared Dua Lipa's form-fitting gown to a violin, but personally I think it looks a bit more like an X-ray.
I could see that as well. I mean, I've gone back and forth on that one. I'm still not ready to render a verdict.
Sure.
You've gone back and forth, though.
I mean, she's gorgeous. There's no doubt about it. She's a gorgeous
That's definitely
girl.
operation. You know I have kids. That's the operation.
I have to ask you guys, Steph especially, am I the only one that was blown away by Angela Bassett last night?
Oh, I mean, always gorgeous.
I thought she looked amazing.
Form-fitting and beautiful. I thought everyone looked great.
You know what? It's really, really hard to... I mean, some people I'm sorry, Billie Eilish, I can't look past it. I know she's androgynous. I know she's always wears oversized. I know that's her thing. It's just really not for me. It's just not for me.
It's giving me David Byrne in the 70s, and I'm sort of digging it. I get it. It's a reference, and it's about proportions. But yeah, it's not for everyone.
You're digging it?
Yeah, I like how stylized and editorial it was.
I mean,
what was wrong with Selena Gomez?
You know, I think what it is...
If I saw a picture, I'd be like, oh, that looks great.
I think she's beautiful, and I think it's a very pretty dress. I just feel like there's a lot going on, isn't there? That's the thing.
See,
there's a lot of volume, then there's like the black roses, then there's like the cutouts, there's the belt. It's just a lot, but she's so beautiful. She still wears the dress.
When my wife asks, how do I look? Great.
Yeah.
I just don't have style. That's all. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Was it a whore? It's not a whore. I'm just being honest.
I thought this was a
we got to go. All right. ET's Kevin Frazier and Nichelle Turner are giving us the inside scoop from all the stars. And what did Oprah have to say about Taraji P. Henson's recent comments about the color purple? You can find out.
You may have seen social posts like these that claim T-Mobile will fine customers $500 for sending text messages that contain objectionable content. One post says this includes text with any sexual talk, hate speech, or talking about alcohol, firearms, or tobacco. Verify viewer Missy and several others reached out to ask if this is actually happening. So, let's verify. Our sources are T-Mobile and Vonage, a vendor that sends texts on behalf of companies. As of January 1st, T-Mobile has a new text message policy in place, but it doesn't impact regular customers. It's for third-party vendors. These are companies that work with businesses to send out big batches of promotional text messages, like store coupons or donation links for political campaigns. The new policies mean that T-Mobile can fine these vendors up to $2,000 if they violate the new rules. This policy does not apply to individual customers, and T-Mobile tells Verify, we do not and cannot censor personal texts. We only have filters that protect our customers from unwanted texts that could contain malware or other fraudulent or malicious activities, such as phishing. We also checked with T-Mobile's terms of service and confirmed there is no mention of fining individual users. So, no, T-Mobile is not fining customers over their text message content. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back. There were all kinds of Golden Globes moments you didn't see on TV last night, but ET's Nichelle Turner and Kevin Frazier did because they were in the middle of it all. They joined us earlier today to talk all about it. Check it out. Kevin and Nichelle looking fabulous. Welcome back to DBL. Did y'all sleep at all last night?
That's a genuine question.
What is sleep?
Sleep? I didn't think so.
No, we didn't sleep. No.
No, this is team no sleep over here today. Yes.
Amazing job. Good hustle.
All right, Kevin, before I went to sleep, I was scrolling through my Instagram and I saw a moment of you and Brie Larson. And Brie, of course, was shedding some tears over meeting J-Lo. What can you tell us about that moment? What did we miss?
So Brie had just walked by Oprah, and she was fangirling over Oprah. We were talking about her show, Lessons in Chemistry, and then she turned around, and I said, but look who's down there. And her reaction was just golden. Here, we're going to roll it for you.
Jennifer oh my God!
Jennifer, I know, it's Jennifer Lopez. I know, it's J-Lo.
I can't deal with J-Lo. No, I can't. I'm gonna cry. You mean so much to me. Oh my God! I'm such a huge fan. I saw Selena, and it made me want to be an actor. And you've always meant so much to me. Oh my God! Don't make me cry. It's been a dream of mine. So thank you so much. Your work ethic is so important. Thank you. I've been wanting to say that to you for a long time, so I'm really. I did not think it was going to be right now. Okay, I'm going to have to go do a shot of tequila or something.
God, those tears were very, very real.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, listen, she got the opportunity to tell her inspiration thank you. That's a dope moment.
Totally.
That's a really dope moment. I needed that to start off my 2024, y'all.
It's these little bits of reality that, yeah, Tori's genuinely, because there's a thing with television where a lot of it is produced, but every once in a while you get these moments where people are so genuine that you can't help but be drawn towards it. And that was one of those moments.
That was a big moment.
Great job on you, Kevin, to let it happen, but also set it up. Well done, brother.
Yeah, very nicely done. Let's talk to Nichelle about another fangirl moment. J-Law, Jennifer Lawrence lost it over the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Everyone I know is talking about them.
My moment wasn't as profound.
No, it was profound. For you, a Bravoholic,
listen,
yes.
My name is Nichelle, and I am a Bravoholic.
Thank you. Welcome.
The first step is admitting it.
When Bravoholics meet and they unite, there's something that happens when we get together. And you know what? Jennifer and I just kind of went there talking about Salt Lake City.
The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I just want to give a shout out to the best finale I've ever seen on reality.
Can we talk about
TV.
it?
Oh my God.
The drama that they did. Receipts.
Everything that you want for the truth. Receipts, timelines, I got it all.
Screenshots,
it was amazing.
I mean, come on. She knew the monologue, so you know the lady's a fan.
And Andy Cohen scooped that up, didn't he?
He did. Andy Cohen, it was his mazel of the day last night on Watch What Happens Live, the interview with us. Because, like, you know, if you love Housewives like I love Housewives, there's just something that happens when you start talking about it and you go there. And so at that moment, it wasn't Jennifer Lawrence, one of the best actresses in the world. No. It was my sister who I called on the phone and said, girl, did you see Salt Lake City?
By the way, that is true. They do talk about this all the time. She talks to Jennifer Lawrence.
That is true.
Oh, it is its own, almost like the Star Wars universe where like they go to conventions. It is no different. It is its own language. It is its own world.
It is true. Yes. We are all garbage people, and I love it.
All right, Kevin, quickly, you were talking to Oprah. That's it. That's the end. I just want to give you props.
Bravo!
You were talking to Oprah about internet-driven rumors about Taraji P. Henson. What happened? What did you tell, or what did Oprah tell you?
Oprah told me that it wasn't true, that she was always there to support those women, and that there is no beef between them.
People are saying that I was not supporting Taraji. Taraji will tell you herself that I've been the greatest champion of this film, championing not only the behind-the-scenes production, but also everything that everybody needed. So whenever I heard there was an issue or there was a problem with the cars or there was a problem with the food, I would step in and do whatever I could to make it right.
Thank you, Kevin and Nichelle. Thank you so much for being here to spill all the behind-the-scenes tea.
Always great to talk
to our viewers. Don't miss Kevin and Nichelle every night on Entertainment Tonight. We'll be right back. Bye, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
WCNC Charlotte viewer Claire C. emailed us asking to verify a claim she saw online. Letting air out of your tires can improve traction. But is this true? Let's verify.
Our sources are Nationwide Mutual Insurance and Harold Sarmiento, General Manager at Cerdos Tires and Service. According to Nationwide, an important part of maintaining a car is making sure your tire pressure is where it needs to be. The levels can vary depending on what type of tire you own. In fact, your recommended tire pressure will be printed on a label inside the driver's side of your door.
There's a sticker that shows what's the pressure on the tire should be per manufacturer of the car.
But what if you manually release some of the air in your tire? Can that help maintain traction in snowy, slushy road conditions? Sarmiento says yes. However, you should only do this in an emergency situation.
If you lower the pressure, then the traction will be improved a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, because the contact of the tire, the surface of the tire, would contact more with the surface of the terrain.
He says this works best on rocky terrain.
It's not recommended for asphalt roads or concrete roads because it will damage the shoulders or the side of the tires.
So if you notice one of your tires has poor traction, Sarmiento says it's best to just get a new tire. But if you're stuck in a bind and need a quick solution,
in a situation and you don't have the tire, then yeah, lower a little bit, not too much though.
So we can verify that yes, letting air out of your tires can improve traction in some situations, but it should only be done temporarily during emergencies because prolonged driving on tires that are underinflated can ruin the tires and put your safety at risk. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
It feels like you can't go anywhere without hearing a viral TikTok with 11 million views says there's a hacking cough that lasts for weeks going around. Several of you asked us whether it's a new illness. So let's verify. Our sources are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Dr. Albert Rizzo, Chief Medical Officer at the American Lung Association, and Dr. Paul Coley, Associate Clinical Professor of Medicine at the University of Colorado. The CDC says this is the time of year when respiratory illnesses like the common cold, flu, RSV, and COVID-19 circulate, but there's no evidence of a new illness. The doctors we spoke with say what they're seeing are the usual suspects that can cause a lingering cough.
What we believe is that it's caused by one of few different explanations. One is a postnasal drip that's persistent. The other possible explanation is persistent inflammation in the chest. We don't think it's a new virus that's causing this cough. We think it's the same old players.
So, no, there is no evidence of a new illness causing lingering coughs in the U.S. Our sources say if you also have other serious symptoms like shortness of breath or an ongoing fever, then you should contact a healthcare provider. At the Your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back. There could be hundreds of decisions that come from remodeling your bathroom. And if you have a project this year, here are some things that you should consider. They're today's tips sponsored by Jacuzzi. First, avoid pedestal sinks. They don't offer nearly as much space compared to vanity. And next, mount all of your shower heads higher than 6 feet. Consider the height of all people who use your shower. And speaking of showers, don't install those standard shower curtains as they can be a hot spot for mildew. And if you want to start your remodel, Jacuzzi can help you do it the right way. Jacuzzi offers an unmatched stress-free remodeling process. Call 800-990-3709 or visit jacuzzibathremodel.com. Don't be a shower racist.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And don't let the hot spot be there for the mildew. The breeding
That was
ground.
like Joe Coyos. I said racist and everyone went,
I know.
see you tomorrow.